So I'm Laura, and this is Leo. He's 9 months old, and I've been training at InnerFight for about nearly 3 years, coming up to 3 years now. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks. Well, at school, I did quite a lot of sports, but then I moved back to the UK, and then everything just stopped. I became like a typical self-conscious teenager and just stopped all exercise and couldn't even do a single push-up, and it was just awful. So Paul had to teach me. But yeah, and then when I got engaged, it kind of gave me a bit of an extra incentive to try and get in shape a bit more. So I did a few exercise classes, which I seemed to enjoy a bit more than just going to the gym or trying to run or anything by myself. And then later on I found CrossFit, which I've loved ever since. I was doing like a circuit style class at a gym, and when I came out of the class, one of the coaches of the CrossFit class said to me, "Oh, you should come and join my class." And I just thought he was joking at first because it's ridiculous. They're all really scary and like loud and throwing weights everywhere. So I kind of just laughed it off and just ignored it and tried to avoid him for a little bit of time, so he didn't mention it again. And then kind of kept going to the gym and kept seeing him, and he kept kind of saying, come and try it out, it's not that bad. And so I just started, and I went to a class, and I just had a PVC pipe and just worked through the class, but it was just such a nice atmosphere and everyone was really supportive, and so yeah, I just kept going back. It was really good. When I first fell pregnant, like very, very kind of early stages, I was a bit nervous. Like I had a bit of a difficult time previously, and I didn't want to risk things. So in the early days, I took it easy. I was going on holiday anyway for a little bit of time, so I just completely took time off of training and just did, just walking and stuff like that. And then after I had my first scan and I knew that everything was okay, I was a lot more confident. And then from then on, I just knew that I could carry on with my everyday activities and had a bit more confidence. And so I was really determined that I was going to work out right until the day that I delivered. So no, I came the same amount as I've had to come. I told Marcus first of all, and then I told the other coaches. And I think one of my first classes was when Dre was brand new, and I told him, and they just adapted things. So they changed things where I needed to. They didn't take it easy on me, but they just altered the exercises. So just simple things like using a plate when I was doing burpees or push-ups, so that I could go down in the later stages without my bump getting in the way. I kind of cut out running a bit earlier on. Probably if I got pregnant again, I would carry on running for a bit longer because I didn't really need to cut it out. Like ab exercises you're not supposed to do, so any sit-ups I just changed to kind of a variation of that, or if it was, I would just swap it out for something. What other kind of things? The coaches were just really good at changing things for me, so I didn't really need to think about it too much. They just told me what I could do as a different option, but it didn't change a huge amount of things. Exactly, and you just carry on, you can still do all the mainline classes. It's not like you have to stop, and it's not like you have to suddenly give up all your weighted exercises. I still kept quite heavy weights, or reasonably heavy weights. I didn't do max lifts, but it made you feel more prepared for what was to come, and going to labour and giving birth and everything, and just made you feel good. Like I had such a good pregnancy, and I think that part of that is down to the fact that I trained every day. I didn't kind of just give up and think, oh, I'm pregnant now, so I should just stop training and I should just rest and relax. It just made me feel much stronger and much more able to cope with everything. I remember my teaching assistant, I was carrying some books in the classroom, like a stack of exercise books, and my teaching assistant kind of freaked out and said, oh, let me carry those, let me take those for you. And I kind of had to explain that I've been in the gym this morning and I've picked up, a 90 kilogram weight, like for a front squat or back squat or something, probably not that heavy, but I need to explain to her that I can do everyday stuff. It's not like just because I'm pregnant, I can't do anything else. I think people are becoming a lot more knowledgeable about the fact that actually you can still carry on everything you did before you're pregnant. You can carry on everything you did throughout your pregnancy, really. I mean, when I tried to do a bit more research online, there's not a huge amount out there still, but I think just meeting other people and seeing other people go through their pregnancy and carry on as usual just gives you a bit more confidence. So I came back to the gym 5 weeks after I had Leo. I was just desperate to get back. I was really you're kind of supposed to leave it a little bit of time to let your body heal and let your body recover. Obviously, been through quite a lot, but by 5 weeks I was like, I really am desperate to get back. I did a bit of training at home before that, but I really just wanted to be back in the gym, back around people, and really enjoy it. But it's tough. Your body's tired. It's trying to juggle things, but it's so worth it. So if you can get that little bit of time to do something that you love doing, then do it. Like, you've got all the rest of the day to do stuff for other people. You just need a bit of time to do something you really love to do as well. I'd say speak to your coaches first and foremost. Like, they know how to advise you. They're the experts. They know what they're doing, and just do it. Don't be afraid to come into a gym and be afraid that you can't do something. People are there to help you. People are there to support you, and you'll feel so much better if you do. I've learnt, just through having Leo and having a family now of my own, I've learnt that we have so many more strengths than we thought we had, but also things are that much more scary. Like, there's fears that I have that I would never have thought about before, but there's things that are so exciting that I would never have thought, and I just feel so lucky. I feel so lucky.
Obviously, when we first found out Laura was pregnant, training wasn't the first thing that came into our mind. There's plenty to kind of consider, but when we did get round to the training aspect of it, which was fairly high on the list, I know Laura was a little bit apprehensive about getting back into the training as she was doing, because she was really sort of excelling in strength and really getting into the cardio, although you may not agree, but she was doing really well and pushing really hard. So she'd wondered whether she could actually push to that same kind of level that she was. So after sort of chatting to the coaches around InnerFight, it sort of got a bit of confidence that somebody was looking out for her and that she could actually still train as normal. But there was a few things that had to adapt, which she did, and she managed to actually train most days. Obviously, it gave me a little bit of confidence as well, knowing that somebody was looking out for her, because whenever she would come back from training, I'd be like, right, what did you do? Did you do this? Did you do this? She's like, yes, don't worry, they told me not to do this, they told me to do this, so we're really happy. Laura actually trained right up to the day of giving birth, didn't you? So there was literally no limits on how long you can or can't train. It all depends on the person. Fortunately, Laura could train right up to the day. And she felt really good. The diet was really good, which helped keep your energy levels up, and she trained all the way through. After the birth, it was probably about, how many, 6 weeks? 5 weeks, sorry, that Laura started back into the PT sessions down here, and it really didn't seem to take long until she was back in the mainline classes and carrying on just as normal. Yeah, the advice would be to somebody that's just found out they're pregnant is to, if you are training already, then speak to your coaches that you're comfortable with, to let them know if it's very early, let them know that you're pregnant, and they can advise you on your own personal situation on how far you should take your training, and how far you can go. And if you feel good, then crack on. When we can get cover for Leo, we train together, which is really cool. So we've introduced him to a few bits of equipment, but he's not quite got to grips with it yet, which means I'm better than him, so that's fine for now. Yeah.